There lived a kind widow named Nkiru. Her husband had died in a tragic motor accident when their only daughter Chizoba was just 3 years old. Life wasn't easy. Nkiru struggled as a petty trader and vowed to raise her daughter with every fiber of her being. She worked hard to provide for Chizoba, ensuring she attended the best schools. Chizoba never disappointed her. She was intelligent, graceful, and one of the top students in her class. Her teachers often commended her efforts. As the years passed by, Chizoba grew into a quiet, brilliant, and elegant young woman. Her late father's exact image. The whole village adored her. Now in college, Chizoba was doing exceptionally well. But loneliness crept into Nkiru's heart. And one day she found love again. One night, she sat by her daughter's side and said, Nne, she called, using the name she always used for Chizoba. She believed Chizoba was the reincarnation of her own mother. I want to get married again, Nkiru said. There was a long silence between mother and daughter. She continued, You know, since your father died, I have been alone. No one to support me or help with your schooling. Your father's people pushed me away and accused me of his death. But God in heaven knows Akam Diocha. My hands are clean, she said tearfully. Mama, it is okay. I thought we have moved past this. Let them go. I'm here for you. And God will judge them for taking Papa's property. Chizoba consoled her. Thank you, my daughter. That's why I've decided to marry Mr. Okechukwu, Nkiru said. Wait, Mama, you mean the wealthy Okechukwu from the neighboring town? Chizoba asked in shock. Yes, Nne. He has been coming around for some time. I kept turning him down. But I have had a change of heart. I think it is time I accept his proposal. You will finally have someone to call a father. He will help with your education and we will be a happy family. If you're happy with it, Mama, then I am okay too. I can't wait to meet him, Chizoba said with a smile. Soon after, Nkiru married the tall, charming Mr. Okechukwu. He said all the right words and treated Chizoba kindly at first. He promised to treat her like his own daughter. But over time, his smile changed. His smile ceased, and his kind words ceased. He began scolding Chizoba for every small mistake, accusing her of being involved with boys. He constantly complained to Nkiru, painting Chizoba in a bad light. One day, Chizoba returned from school with a textbook belonging to her classmates, Ikenna. Mr. Okechukwu saw it and exploded. Oh, so you have started seeing boys, Okwaya? Not under my roof, he yelled. Nkiru, come and see what your daughter is doing with a boy's book. Come and ask her. Oh. Chizoba was too shocked to speak. She felt unloved. Is this how fathers behave? She thought. She tried to speak to her mother, but Nkiru, now consumed by her thriving business, a foodstuff store her husband had opened for her, had no time. One afternoon, after school, Chizoba went to her mother's shop and tried to complain about the way her stepfather behaves and talked down on her. But Nkiru shunned her. Look, Chizoba, Nkiru snapped. You are no longer a baby I should carry on my back. That man is your father now. He has every right to correct you. Be grateful for the life we now have. Or would you rather go back to the suffering? Bikobam now. Chizoba was heartbroken. Is this still my mother? What is happening? She asked. One day, while dressing for school, and with her mother already at the shop, Mr. Okechukwu entered her room. What began as subtle touches turned into threats. If you ever say a word, I will kill you. Your mother will never believe you, Mr. Okechukwu whispered. Terrified, Chizoba tried to tell her mother, Mama, He touches me. I am scared. Uh-uh. Chizoba, how can you say something so wicked? He feeds us. He is your father now. Don't ever repeat such nonsense again. Nkiru hissed. That day, Chizoba cried silently. Her stepfather's threat grew stronger. Her silence became her prison. At school, she lost focus. She cried at night. Her friends, Ikenna and Choma, noticed. What's wrong? You don't act like yourself anymore, they asked. I am fine, just tired. I'll be okay. Chizoba lied. But she wasn't. Her friends tried to cheer her up and help with her studies. But her pain was buried deep. Her mother gave her money and made sure she lacked nothing except love and attention. Then one day, after a class on justice and evidence, an idea sparked in Chizoba's mind. She saved her lunch money and bought a small hidden camera online. She hid it inside a carved wooden elephant beside her bed. One night, as expected, Mr. Okechukwu crept into her room. This time, the camera caught everything, but Chizoba said nothing. She kept recording. She wanted to capture a full record of everything Mr. Okechukwu did to her, both at night and during the day, whenever her mother wasn't around. Months later, Chizoba discovered she was pregnant. Afraid and confused, she cried bitterly, wishing death would come and take her away. When Mr. Okechukwu found out about her pregnancy, he threatened her and forced her to accuse Ikenna of being responsible. If you ever mention my name as the one who got you pregnant, I will deal with you, Mr. Okechukwu yelled at her. Terrified, Chizoba wept bitterly. Please, what do I do? Why are you doing this to me? You have ruined my life, she cried. Listen, he snarled. You're going to tell your mother that the useless boy in your class, the one you share textbooks with, is responsible. In fact, I will personally go to your school and report to them. Okechukwu threatened. Oh God, Chizoba whispered. It was under this terrifying threat that Chizoba decided to forcefully remove the baby herself. One morning, after Nkiru had left the market for her business, she received a frantic call from her husband that Chizoba had collapsed in the bathroom, bleeding and unconscious. She had tried to remove the pregnancy on her own. Screaming, Nkiru rushed home and they took Chizoba to the clinic. She sat by her daughter's bed, praying. After a few hours, Chizoba opened her eyes. Weak and fading, she whispered something through tears, but Nkiru screamed, You evil child! Why would you do this? Who is responsible for your pregnancy? Mr. Okechukwu stood nearby, using his eyes to threaten Chizoba not to ever mention his name. Mama, it was Papa Okechukwu. He has been hurting me for years, Chizoba finally said. There was a moment of silence. When the doctor was satisfied that Chizoba had stopped bleeding and regained her strength, she was discharged from the hospital. The silence throughout the journey home was like that of a graveyard. As soon as they arrived, Chizoba quietly made her way to her room. She reached into her bag, pulled out a memory card and handed it to her mother. Play it if you don't believe me. Watch it and see for yourself. The room fell into a stillness so deep even the spirits paused. And in that silence, Nkiru remembered all the times she ignored the signs. The night screams, the withdrawn silence, the look in her daughter's eyes. She wept not just for her daughter's pain, but for her own blindness. When Nkiru saw the footage, she collapsed to the ground. She wailed like someone watching the sun fall from the sky. I failed you, my daughter. Chai, Chimo. I didn't know. I was blind. I married a devil. She attacked her husband, tearing his shirt, cursing him, and screaming his name like a curse. That night, the villagers came with sticks, stones, and rage. Mr. Okechukwu was arrested. Chizoba's friends, who hasn't seen her for days, came visiting. When they heard, they wept. But why didn't you ever say anything? Choma asked. I was scared, Chizoba replied. After some months, Chizoba and her mother relocated to a new town to start over. Nkiru never ignored her daughter again, not even for a moment. Chizoba was assigned a therapist to help with healing and recovery. She recovered, but scars aren't always on the skin. They hide in trust, broken, in silent nights, and in the ache of betrayal. But she also found strength. Today, Chizoba teaches young girls the importance of speaking. Moral lesson of the story: never ignore a child's cry for help. Believe them first, investigate later. Evil hides in sweet faces and charming words. Always be vigilant. Silence can kill, evidence can save. A mother's love must be brave, not blind. The end of our story. If you enjoy our stories, please like, share, comment, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.